going on, guys? Let's get this show started. Turn down the club music here. All right, so we're back. Waypoint Wednesdays, episode number 6. So yeah, back from vacation. Looking forward to talking a little bit of rally stuff. We already talked about the Rottweiler stuff from last week. And so now we're on to some new devices. We got another box. I was hoping to get this box last week from Rally Moto Shop, but DHL had other plans for us, which is okay. Gives us something to talk about this week. So for that, if you guys are joining in on YouTube, we are also on Instagram on the behind the scenes camera down here. Or also, if you guys want in the behind the scenes side of it from Instagram, if you guys want to follow us over on the YouTube channel, head into the stories. Just posted the link with a live now on there. So check it out for sure if you guys want to jump on that one. Okay. So what do we got going on? Let's catch up really quick for this week. We got a few things going on. One, I just saw this on the way home. I got tagged in a post, but it looks like Rally Comp is going to be doing the rally camp or their rally training sometime in September over in Texas. So look into that. Let's see if we got some room on the calendar to make it out there. That's with the mics out there and doing some stuff. I've seen some of the behind the scenes pictures and stuff that they do, and it's actually a really cool setup. So hopefully we'll get a bunch of people together and go out and do some rally training. I should have Project 501 done by then, working on getting that tower mounted up for Moto Minded. So almost there on that, just ran out of daylight on the weekend, but here comes the weekend again. So halfway there, hump day. So yeah, so we got that one going on. Let's see, we've got, what did we get? We had some more Adventure Raid stuff coming. So I did spend these last couple of hours doing some more plans for the Adventure Raid class, or I should say the Adventure Raid event or ride that we're putting together. Going to be 3 rides, all based out of Southern California. Going to be 2-day events, just something quick, short, nice and sweet, geared more towards adventure bikes, manual road book holders, just some really low tech, easy to do road book navigation in and around Southern California. So more details are coming very soon on that one. Like I said, I was putting some more time to it, getting ready to do some mapping for it and getting those routes together so we can make it happen. So definitely looking forward to that one as well. Let's see, we got that one. Let's see, we still got the American Rally Originals. They're still working and hustling and getting everything together and getting ready. It's a long road to Dakar with the Abu Dhabi Challenge getting underway here in the next couple of days. Definitely going to be trying to do some coverage on that one. Stay tuned on the podcast for that. But American Rally Originals, that was with Kyle McCoy, David Pearson, Mo Hart, Paul Neff, a few other guys, all joining in and joining forces to basically go to Dakar in the Malamoto category. So that'll also be really cool. We'll get a chance to maybe catch up with them and see how the training is going and how everything is going. Which, with that being said, we also have the Chasing Waypoints Challenge. For those of you that are going to be doing some rally raiding here in Northern California, come on, that'd be 16 lock gates by kilometer 6. That is for North America. So a couple of different rallies involved in that, or I should say, not involved. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, none of the rallies that we are scoring for this are actually directly affiliated with Chasing Waypoints in this case. Actually, if they choose to participate or give any kind of awards or anything like that, any kind of goodies to the participants in the challenge, that's on them and it's up to them to announce it. But hopefully we'll get some guys jumping in on that one too. Rally Moto Shop already jumped up. We've got a gift certificate. And remember, we're doing the Chasing Waypoints Challenge in support of the American Rally Originals and helping them get to Dakar. So with that being said, Chasing Waypoints Challenge, super simple. 3 events that we're going to be looking at the final results for. It's going to be the Kota Rally in September. It is going to be the Baja Rally early October, and then the Sonora Rally, which is mid-late October. So those 3 events, we'll be scoring them. You can find more information on that if you jump on the Chasing Waypoints website, or if you jump down in the description on the YouTube live stream, you'll see that on there as well. You'll get a chance to get over to the landing page. It explains what we're doing. and what that's going to be about. But again, we're doing this together with Rally Moto Shop and them to support the American Rally Originals and that team getting to Dakar. So that's that one there. Let's see, what else we got? I feel like we're caught up. Yeah, we've got Abu Dhabi Rally coming up, or Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge, which is the first of the World Rally Raid Challenge. Well, second race, we had the Dakar. Stoked to see Mason Klein already over there. There were some talks about whether or not he was going. I'm glad it went the way of him going. It's going to be an interesting rally for sure. Just getting out of that area from the Dakar and now visiting it again. So we'll see how that turns out. But I've already seen a few high-speed passes from some of the boys, Skylar, Matthias, and those guys. So looking forward to seeing what turns down on that one. Okay. So with that being said, let's check everything here. Looks like everything is good. Let me find docs. Here we go. The chat. There we go. I was looking for the chat one here. All right. We got the guys from American Rally Originals, Race Ready. I don't know who I'm talking to, but they're in the chat. ARO will provide a custom climb inversion jacket for the winner. So if you guys aren't on YouTube and you're on Instagram on the behind the scenes camera, jump on over. So just in from the American Rally Originals, they are going to kick in a custom climb inversion jacket for the winner of the Chasing Waypoints Challenge in support of the American Rally Originals. So there we go. So now we've got a gift certificate from Rally Moto Shop up for grabs, and then we're also going to have a climb inversion jacket from American Rally Originals. So this is getting good. Let's see how it shakes loose. But fairly simple. I guess I could just go over really quick. $150 minimum donation to the American Rally Originals. You get signed up. There is a sign-up sheet on the Chasing Waypoints website. Just fill that out. Get your information on there. We'll receive it, compare notes, and good to go. And then it's on to rally season. So, which is looking to get started here soon. It's starting to get San Diego, or in San Diego, starting to get riding weather. For the rest of you in the U.S., that means we're above 50 degrees in the mornings. So we'll see. So I don't know where you guys are tuning in from. But chime in. Where's everybody listening from and checking it out from? And looks like, yes, thank you, David Pearson, on that one. And yeah, thanks to Climb for helping on that one, helping those guys out, and then helping them out to allow them to help the Chasing Waypoints Challenge winner for that one. So pretty stoked on this. I think it'll be really good. We got a lot of guys, Malamoto, some Rally 1 guys, a bunch of different stuff. I guess I could go over it super quick before we jump into the meat and potatoes of what we're doing tonight. Malamoto is the Ironman guys. That's what the American Rally Original guys are looking to do. It's going to be based on very simple. It's like the old school, like the OG Dakar, right? Here's your box. We're going to take it from this bivouac to that bivouac if we can get there. If not, well, it's up to you to figure it out. But basically, that was it. And it was just strictly an Ironman event. They had to do pretty much everything themselves. And so that legacy, that class still continues. It's morphed a little bit. But events like Kota Rally are looking to keep that class going and offering their event as just a Malamoto program. And then some of the stuff like Baja Rally and what Sonora Rally are doing, also putting in the effort there to keep the Malamoto classes alive. So it's pretty cool. A bit rough for me, but the guys that can compete in that and make it happen is absolutely awesome. And then it looks like we've got Howard, Rally, Ohio. Welcome, sir. How are you guys doing over there? Is it still freezing over there? Or are we in the clear? Are you guys riding again? So let's see. We got that one. There was something else I keep forgetting to mention, but I'm like, I'll remember it at some point in the show. And bring it up here. So, okay. With that all being caught up, we did the Rally Originals. We talked that. Something a little bit outside of the rally realm. We're just doing like the news recap. Friend of mine, Travis from Every Single Sunday, just got back from a pretty epic adventure on the 790 along with his friend Bo from Ready to Ride Rentals. The reason I'm bringing this up in this, and that it's more like, oh, this is, you know, more rally oriented. Well, rally and adventure bike oriented, but the big part of it, riding, yes, good. The big part of this and why I'm bringing it up is because they were basically chasing some different type of waypoints. What they did is went from Phoenix to Las Vegas, Nevada, the long way around, or the long way, basically all dirt roads, and pretty cool adventure. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's Travis's first big ride after a Grom incident in Las Vegas. So definitely jump over to that YouTube channel. We'll get a link going on social media so you guys can check it out. They've already got episode 1 out. Episode 2 just dropped. But Travis does a really good job with the videos and just showing some of the stuff that they're going through. And this is actually a ride that they're planning for Ready to Ride Rentals in order to be able to participate, or to provide that route and that assistance and work with some customers and people that want to go on that ride. So looking forward to see more of it. There was some snow and some mud in the video. It sounds like they're going to avoid that when they actually do the ride, but we're looking forward to checking out some more of that. But again, that's on every single Sunday. So if you look up YouTube, just every single Sunday, you'll see the videos there. Like I said, they just dropped this week. So pretty cool. All right. Ryan, what up, man? Orange County. Howdy, sir. Welcome aboard. So let's see what else we got going over here. I'm going to jump over to the Instagram side of things. If you guys watching there, awesome. Welcome. Okay. I think that's it. I think we got all the news out. There's probably more stuff that I'm forgetting. So shout out to the guys in Canada. I know Lawrence Hacking up there, Matthew Glade with Rally Moto Shop for helping get this stuff down here to me and getting it ready for Project 501. And then, of course, also Mike Haberoth and the Motomedic team up there. Keep doing what you guys do, and looking forward to seeing or hanging out with you guys sometime in the very near future. So, okay, now it is time for rally devices. Let's talk a little bit about that. So, rally equipment on a bike, right? There seems to be like, okay, how do we get into this? What kind of things do we need to do to do a rally raid? Well, it's getting easier. And I mean that because you have now the tablet era that's coming in, and apps like Drive Mode, Dash, and then you also have the Rally Navigator apps that will actually allow you to pull up a PDF of a road book, put it on your motorcycle, and then from there you can use a simple Bluetooth controller to control and scroll and do that kind of stuff. So it's getting easier. Whether or not it's going to be less expensive, I'm not sure. We'll do some cost analysis on it, maybe on another episode. But I think that there is for sure. I think there is for sure some advantages to doing it on a tablet. But then at the same time, I feel like there's some advantages for doing it on on paper. So I don't know. We'll let everybody chime in on that one. Let's see here. What do we got, Ryan? Yes, as far as I know. Oh, actually, yes, he is. He did post tonight's dinner, which looked pretty delicious. I think it was tacos. So yes, all is well on the new route that he is working on. Fried green tomatoes, I believe. Yeah, fried green tomatoes route. Yep. So he has some very interesting ways, and we're talking about Gnarly Dave. He has some interesting names for his routes. So maybe we'll get him on one of these Waypoint Wednesdays to talk a little bit about that. But let me see here. No word yet. So not to get too off track here, but so tablets, right? Tablets are coming. We have basically Android tablets seem to be the way to go right now. There is the iPads. iPads will work. The only thing I'm kind of curious about on the iPad is the brightness, screen brightness for that. But mixed feelings. But the Tower One is the product that is being made by Ico Racing, and their stuff's pretty legit. I've seen it take some tumbles already and still keep ticking. The thing is literally readable in direct sunlight. All the buttons, everything you would expect, all weatherproofed, and it's really nice. It's really a solid unit, and then you can like Bluetooth encrypted transfer roadbook files to it right there on the spot. So a lot of really cool functions that I think is going to help a lot of the rallies tighten up that ship as far as paper roadbooks. As far as widespread acceptance, might still be a little bit, and then as far as cost goes, I don't have anything yet on that one, but hopefully we can find something soon on that one. So okay. So, all right, roadbooks, right? We're talking about the tablet era that's coming in, that has your tablets, it has your cap heading, it has your odometer, everything's set up in basically one screen, which is cool. But at the same time, if you take a tumble and wreck that thing, now we got a problem. Now you're in the middle of nowhere and you don't have that. So it'd be awesome to have a backup GPS. Okay, let's put that aside. Let's talk about the OG, the original equipment stuff, the stuff that we see on today's rally bikes, and what they're bringing to the table. So first and foremost, and of course I left it in the garage and I didn't bring it, but paper roadbook holder. Companies like F2R Free to Ride have a real simple roadbook holder known as the RB730. Real basic stuff, real simple to use, cost effective, and basically it scrolls a piece of paper. You can control it electronically, has a light that you can set in it, so that you can ride like in the early morning rides. You can backlight the actual paper road book. So that one is definitely kind of a staple. They're on to like the 850s and some other ones that have some better transmissions and better functionality. I will say that Matthew from Rally Moto Shop introduced me to their like 750, I believe it is. It's their manual roadbook holder, which is really, really cool. It has like a magnetic charging or a magnetic plug for the LED lights, except the difference on theirs is that their lights are actually in the tubes for the roadbook holder. And so it lights up the paper a little bit more completely, no hot spots. It looks a lot better. So hopefully, I'm thinking that technology is already on the newer Free to Ride or F2R roadbook holders. But then from there, you do have like MigTech, you do have Aurora, and a couple other companies making some really, really stout roadbook holders to mount on your bike. So right now, I still think it's the way to go. I still think that the wide acceptance of tablets and stuff like that at events is still on its way, but not 100% there. So that's where I'm thinking. Let's see. Where can I get some digital roadbook for SoCal? Anyone? Let's see. So Christian, what are you talking about? Digital roadbook. So you're actually looking like for a PDF that you can load in, or are you talking about like an actual roadbook setup, like with an Android tablet or something like that? So if you reply back, we'll see if we can get to the bottom of that one. Okay, so roadbook holders done. Now the next thing that we've got is, and I should have gotten a way to plug it in. So next on deck, we'll show this part first. So what we have here is the GFX units from RNS Electronics. So talk to Matthew Glade about getting a hold of these. He is the North America, or he's the guy to get a hold of to get these things. So first we started with their GFX V2 Pro, which is the GPS only version of it. So it's set up, it has the GPS antennas up top here. Where you can so now it faces. So this unit actually doesn't require any kind of wiring other than the power source, but this will read off your speed and will also do cap headings. It will do both at the same time. And then you can also, something that's really trick about this one is they actually have a cable, so you can plug this in this unit into a GPS, like a Garmin GPS, and actually do waypoint radiuses. So you can practice even more hardcore type stuff as far as rally raid goes. So this is almost a solution. I would say like this gets you pretty close. The next step is definitely going to be having like a rally comp on board where you can open waypoints, skip waypoints, do speed zones and stuff like that all in one shot. So, so that's what this unit here is. I picked this one up first. It's the way to go. I was going to have one unit, and then the plan was to run a rally comp on the other side. But right now I decided I'm going to go with 2 units instead. So you have the GFX V2s, then this one on this side, the one without the black, basically, I think this is like an antenna cover. It feels like a piece of tape, but this unit here, my OCD is a little bit going off because this one's black and this one's not. So, you know, they don't match or vice versa. Anyway, this unit though is going to be set up for speed. Now this one, or I shouldn't say speed, it's odometer. So you're measuring your distances. So this one will show you both, and you can toggle between speed and cap heading and the like. And then on this one, I'm going to be using it specifically more for distances. Now, the difference between the 2 units is that this version over here is actually the one that requires a wheel speed sensor. Now, at first, the initial call was, hey, you know, I'm looking for another unit, GPS only. I want to get that on board. I'm thinking, you know, save some time on the wiring and we'll be good to go, right? So in talking with Matthew, he dropped some knowledge on me about how they set up rally bikes to have one of each. So you have your all GPS version for cap heading is really good. And then also for speed, you know, you can use it as well. But then they set it up with basically a manual or a sensor-based odometer. Now, the sensor-based odometer being you eliminate one basically electronic component or one more thing that could go wrong, right? If you lose GPS signal for some reason on this unit, you have something that literally is measuring off of something physical on the wheel. So that's why we ended up going with this unit. The plan is not to make a competitive bike, but the plan is to make a solid bike. And after he explained it to me that way, I said, you know, I actually like that idea better. So then from here, so, okay, we got that. We've got the mounting plate. The road book holder is going to go here, waiting on some hardware that I'll just go with, I think I misplaced somewhere. You know, when you get old, it's like, you know, you put that 13 millimeter in your back pocket and the 10 millimeter socket on the shelf, and then they both disappear and you can't find them for months on end. So yeah, so I think I did the same thing with the hardware, but I have the hardware coming to be able to mount the Free to Ride or the F2R Roadbook 730 in this one, or RB 730 in this plate, and then this is going to sit on top of the Moto Minded tower. So that's this setup here. If you guys have any questions, jump in the chat on YouTube. I'm checking it as I'm talking, and I'll answer any of the questions that you may have. Or if I don't know the answer, I'll reach out to Matthew Glade. He'll help me out, and then we'll get the answers to you guys next week. So let's see what's going on here. All right. Let's check in here. All right, Christian, Ryan Jordan, thank you, sir. Moto G, $99 Android Rally Navigator. Yeah, it's a pretty tough to beat combination. All right. And let's see. Christian. Okay, so PDF, I already got a tablet and Bluetooth buttons. Nice. Yeah, let's see what we can find for you. Hopefully we can get something for you. Let me see here. PDF, right, that one. Button, sorry, autocorrect. Yeah, Christian, I don't know what's been going on with the iPhone autocorrect lately. Like if I put and, it always triggers abs for some reason. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing it's a software bug. But anyway, yeah, thank you, Christian. Yeah, they're the RNS stuff. So Ico is like the OG, like old school, like super tough gear. Like those things are like relics. Even the oldest stuff still works reliably. So they're really awesome. And then you have like the Rally Max G, and you got a couple of where the screen is a little bit bigger, but Still bigger yet are the ones on the RNS Electronics. And so I can read the ICO units just fine, but with these being just that little bit bigger and the screen being a little bit brighter, for me, it's just easier to do that, that quick head check, that quick look, and see the information and not have to squint. And sometimes you don't really realize it, but it does make a difference quickly if you're just glancing down on it and trying to pick up some information. I mean, you do also have to read a road book, and so you have to do a few things at once. But hey, if you're doing it recreationally, you can just slow down, no big deal. And actually, if you're racing, you can do that too. So let's see here. Long battery life. Yep, that is true. So that is another thing, that the manual units, or the units that work on the wheel speed sensor or have that sensor, are usually battery powered. They have a power or a little coin battery in them that you have to replace every so often, but that will basically allow you to run it on its own 100% independent of what's going on the bike. You just need a signal from the bike to make that happen. So speaking of signal, let's talk about that. So this is the wheel speed sensor that it comes with, plugs into the back of the unit right here. And then this one here, so in talking to Matthew, so they run this setup. They will drill a hole and tap it into the fork lug near the brake for this to fit into onto the bike. So trying to keep it simple. This is probably a pretty easy operation to do, but I was like not necessarily in a hurry to do it. After explaining it to me, it seems straightforward. I'm sure I could get it done, but I was like, well, what are the options? So there's a couple of options where you have this one. There was one other, but the one that really stuck out in my mind, and I was like, okay, we're definitely going to go with that one, is this one right here, which is basically, it's an adapter that sits in between both of them, or it sits in between your stock pickup, wheel sensor pickup, and the dash that comes with the bikes. And so with this, it just plugs right in, then plugs into the unit, and now you have the signal, one sensor down at the wheel. He calls this a pass-through sensor, but basically you've got one sensor down at the wheel, super easy plug and play wiring. Just run the short wire, make sure everything is not binding and everything is solid on it, and you're good to go. And that's going to feed the signal to the RNS unit that uses just the wheel speed sensor on it. So I'm stoked that he had this. It makes it much easier. I'm trying to keep this bike really clean and simple, but solid at the same time. So definitely check this out. This is, I believe this is only a Rally Moto Shop thing. So check that stuff out. Check out the website there, and always feel free to reach out to Matthew. He's always been a big help for me in getting me dialed in with the right gear and the reasons why we go with certain things and not with others. So, or alternatives to it. So that's that setup there. We talked about the road book. We talked about our odometer. We talked about the cap heading, the RNS Electronics stuff. So then that's all good and dandy. But now, something to note, you do have buttons on the side of these. Like they got they're easy-ish to press, but not the easiest. But that's good. I mean, you want a solid button on there too. And you don't want to bump it by accident. So we have that on there. But there is another way. And if you guys are following on Instagram, you saw a post of this earlier on the week. I unbolted it really quick from the bike. But then you have this guy here. So this is the 6H thumb switch from RNS Electronics. So the idea behind Rally Raid, at least nowadays, right? Back in the day, everything was done manually. So you didn't have to worry, or you didn't have that many electronic things. You literally had to wind your thing manually, and the odometers, were questionable. So things have changed. Things have gotten electronic. The idea is to not have to remove your hands off of the handlebars to be able to conduct business in navigating. So when you get to the newer stuff, you want to be able to control kind of what's going on with it. And when you have 2 units that you can control, you want to be able to have everything, you know, basically at a thumb's reach. So there are 2 versions of this thumb switch. There is the horizontal, which has the layout horizontally, and then there's the vertical, which has the 6 buttons vertical. For me, I have a fairly short thumb, so I felt like the vertical was going to be the way to go, and that was confirmed that it is just slightly more ergonomic than this. But being that I wanted to have a combination kill switch, or the CEV switch, mounted, I had already bought the bracket and did everything for it to have the CEV switch on top, then you had to go with the horizontal version, which I already mocked it up, as you guys saw. If you saw the picture on Instagram, already mocked it up, and it was actually still fairly comfortable. I might trim the grip a little bit so it doesn't, you know, the donut piece doesn't stick out past this. Might trim it a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. But you can do this, and then you can bolt with this special bracket. You can bolt the CEV switch to the top of it. So now basically you have a whole multifunction switch that goes on that one side. It really cleans up the dash. You don't have a whole, or the hand control area. You don't have a bunch of stuff hanging out there. I mean, you're going to have this, the clutch, and basically a handguard mount is what I'm thinking is going to end up on that one. So we'll see. But more coming. That one is getting handled pretty fast. Project 501 starting to come together. So looking forward to having that one done and ready to go. But yeah, so 6 switches total. You can control your up and down, your modes, all from that one switch. And then you have your thumb switch here to advance and retract the actual roadbook reader. So that's this setup. It looks like a bunch of wires, but it's not. It's just basically a couple of control wires, and then you have your power stuff. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So looking forward to getting that on the bike as well. We've got that one. We've got the RB730. We've got the tower. We've got all of that stuff. So that is pretty much it as far as equipment goes to navigate a roadbook. So you have your odometer, you have your cap reader, you have your roadbook holder, and some switches if you're going to go that route. Odometer, that's giving you the distances. Now you're going to want total distance. You're going to also sometimes need to make adjustments. That's where the thumb switch comes in handy. Your cap heading as well, that's on the compass where you're looking at, where you're facing, what direction you're doing or heading in. That is especially important when you have like a HP section, which is basically there's really not going to be any tracks like in the dunes. You know, you want to head in this general direction. It'll give you an average cap heading. You just kind of have to stick to that and to find your waypoint. So there's a couple of different reasons why you want to be able to handle the business over with your left hand without having to be reaching over and making adjustments and doing stuff. So now let's see here. What do we got? Howard. Okay, cable works great. So it looks like we're using on that one. Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. When he mentioned that was the option, I was like, oh yeah, we're definitely going to go with that. It just cleans it up so much better that I figured, you know what, can't miss with that one. So we'll definitely do that. Let's see here. What else we got going on here? Checking that one, checking this. Let's see. Gasman and Racing. What, you guys want to be? You guys want to be on Waypoint Wednesdays? On the back, on the behind the scenes camera? What? Let's see here. What do we got here? Let's go back up, see if there's any questions, anything we missed. Say everything is good there. All right. Let's see. What do we got? Okay. Let me see. I got a video. All right. Let me see this thing open up. Watch it crash the live stream here, and then we'll be in trouble. Let's see what we got. No, I don't know if I'm free to discuss this. I don't know what he's saying. I'm watching a video that I just received. Some behind the scenes stuff. Someone's got a rally bike. All right. So I am watching a video really quick. Looks like a walk around of Alex Martin's rally bike. And not just any rally bike. So let's talk a second about that. So KTM has the Rally, the 450 RFR, Rally Factory Replica. And so the Rally Factory Replica is basically, here's the majority of the parts from the rally bike for a production motorcycle. And the only problem is that bike you can't get in the US. That's just not directly sold to the US. You can get it everywhere else in the world except for the US. And I don't know, it's probably because they didn't want to pay the DOT and NHTSA, 16 bikes worth of money for them to approve just another basically 690 with some accessories on it. So the Rally Factory Replica is the more popular of those versions of the rally bikes that you see out there if you're not on a factory team. But then there's a few of them out there that are retired bikes that they are or were sold to privateer teams, and then those were sold again from KTM. And now the bike that I was looking at just now is one of those bikes. And usually the telltale is that the front suspension on this thing is usually the 50, I believe they're 52 millimeter forks on this thing. So they're no joke. If you look at the fork lug at the bottom of the stanchion, it's legit. You can tell that thing barely fits in the fork lug. It's a custom fork lug for this thing. And then of course all the other stuff that they put inside of the shock and front forks, which is where it's at. And arguably right now it's still probably one of the, as far as the rally bikes go, one of the better handling ones because of the frame, and so much time and development went into that bike. Not to say that the new generation, the more motocross type frame bike is a slouch, because the bike is amazing either way. And there's been a lot of improvements from Morocco to Dakar, and then I'm sure from Dakar now to the Abu Dhabi Challenge. I'm sure they've got a lot of stuff going on, improving those rally bikes. So I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit more about that. Let's see here. All right, so let's chime in with Ryan. Ryan, all right. So Bluetooth buttons from the guys in Spain and working perfect with the iPad Mini 4s. Cool. And Android tablets. Works correctly in both Rally Bits Pro and Rally Navigator. Nice. So that's been a project that I'm working on too, about figuring out a button setup that works really well for this and that's easily converted from one to the other. So I'm almost there. I think I'm in the final design stuff, and so we'll be probably sneaking some of those out here in the near future for people to try out. But yeah. So there's no denying that we're gonna go digital as far as road books go, but it's going to be a little bit before we make that happen. And for the new guy, I don't know. I think we're going to talk about this because I really want to take a look at okay, what is the cost entry barrier? What is the thing that holds you back from going into Rally Raid? And getting, first of all, is getting your feet wet and jumping in and doing your first road books. And then what's the hold back from getting full send? I'm signing up for Sonora. I'm signing up for Baja. I'm signing up for the Kota Rally. What are the hesitations? What might be some of the things that maybe just needs help, or we need to figure out a way of making it work, So let's see, we'll figure this out, how we can do it. All right, Ryan, can we get some information? Do you have a link for the buttons? So Ryan, they're looking for you in the YouTube live chat. Let's see. They also make Bluetooth button interface that will work with the RNS F2R buttons as well. Why does this thing keep moving? As well for the digital with tablets. Vic, I'll send you the info. Yep. Awesome. Perfect. Yeah. So definitely want to get the more information on that one. And I'm not going to say it's exactly what I'm working on, but I'm working on something very, very similar to that, to get some comms going between those switches and the Bluetooth stuff. So there's a lot. I can say that there's a lot of people that are working on solutions to get tablets going. I have now a Active 3 Android tablet from Samsung that I'm looking to mount up. I got my quad lock stuff today so that I can mount it. I've got a 3D printed clamp that I made that goes to from amps pattern to a 12 millimeter setup that I've got for that. So I'm pretty close to doing it and getting that ready. But yeah, I mean, digital's the way it's going to go. But nevertheless, for the 3 bikes, I have paper setups for the 3 bikes. The 790 is the one that I'm going to experiment with the tablet on, or I don't know, I guess I should say, or it may be the 850. I'm not 100% sure yet which way I'm going to go on that one. But yeah, it's definitely coming. So, all right, cool. Where are we at here? All right, let's see. We got anything going on down here in the Instagram behind the scenes video? No. All right. So let's see. What else do we need? We got all of the, let me see. I got to break this out here. Watch, I'm going to kill the chat on accident here. No. And all right, Ryan, do you have the link for the buttons? Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is kind of weird. Still getting used to the interface for OBS, but eventually we'll get it. But all right, cool. All right, well, I think I don't know what else we got going on. Yeah, I agree, Christian. Yeah, digital is going to be a great way to start. Only because it's coming up, and we're definitely. I just right now rough draft thinking in my head like, okay, how much was the tablet? How much is that? How much is that? Yeah, it is. Right now it's more cost effective to jump on a tablet and get a setup going like that, even just for basics. And even it's interesting. Here's another one. For those of you guys that are even looking to get into roadbook navigation, before we go full send and set up your motorcycle and do all of that stuff, I'll work on a video explaining how to do it, but it's actually pretty easy, creating a GPX file. I already have a video on my YouTube on how to create a GPX file from Google Earth, or more specifically, I use Google My Maps. How to use Google My Maps to create a GPX file, and then you can take that GPX file and import it into Rally Navigator. And basically the goal is how should we say, well, maybe we'll do the Chasing Waypoints Starbucks challenge. So put a couple of different Starbucks and use them as waypoints. And what you can do is basically make a map with directions in Google My Maps, transfer that over to a GPX, export it, convert to GPX, import that GPX into Rally Navigator, make your own road book, and then take that tablet that you got and get something like Drive Mode Dashboard or the Rally Navigator app and feed that PDF that comes out of Rally Navigator into it. And before you even mount it on your bike, have somebody that you trust with your life drive you and go to town. Use that tablet that you just got, use that road book that you just made and see if you could do it. Or hand the tablet to your buddy, have him make the maps, and then you navigate it before you even mount it on the bike. So now you're literally sitting in a car cruising and you can literally start learning how to navigate. It's what the UTV guys do. You've got a navigator with you, but now the eventual goal is you're going to be doing it yourself all in one. So it's really not that hard to kind of get started. It's just got to be a little bit creative right now. And as we continue to grow the sport, it's definitely going to be a lot easier to make these kind of things. So that's what I would, that's maybe what I would suggest. You know, I don't know, make it like a treasure hunt or something like that. No, not affiliated with Starbucks, even though I feel like I should own part of the company by now. Let's see here. Fabian, is there an interest in the Score National having a rally category over for now? Seems like since the Baja 1000, there's been no discussion. So that's a good point. So I know that Andy Kirker is behind it and really helped pushing the Pro Moto Rally class in the Score International races. I think it's coming. I don't know that there's a lot of people that are in a hurry to sign up for it yet. There's a lot of chatter, but I think everybody's standing around the campfire trying to figure out who's going to jump over the fire first. And I feel like there are going to be some entrants for it. There's going to be some participants for it. But it's just going to take a little bit of convincing. I think there is also an underlying safety concerns with it, you know, how the course works and how it does. So there may have to be some like live examples, some stuff, you know, to maybe help with that. But I mean, I know that the motorcycle classes have been kind of dwindling at the Score events for some time now. But, you know, with having like full factory teams not really participating anymore, and maybe just like professional level privateer teams competing. And so I feel like that might be a change coming. It may help get more people back into it. I would really like to see it happen because I think it's a really awesome combination between live race course, you know, basically follow the arrow, and then having a section where you have to navigate it. And especially if it works to help keep a separation between the four-wheel vehicles and the motorcycles, which is usually a common thing. And not the fast guys, but more so the back markers in the class, the sportsman guys and things like that, or the guys that just fell into trouble, you know. I did a short GP style race once on a 640 KTM. I learned a lot in that event, but knowing that there was four-wheel vehicles that were starting, and even my own exhaust started to kind of throw me off, and I kind of felt like, no, here we go. And then I'd look and there's nobody there. So I feel like definitely there's some pressure when it comes to mixing the two classes out on the Score races. So hopefully with the Pro Moto Rally class, they can get that dialed in, and we can see it grow, because you know what, it still involves rally. There's still some navigation to it. It's not just full send like it has always been. So I hope that class does grow and take off the ground, and all the people standing around the campfire, you know, bench racing, somebody jumps in on it. So that's my thoughts on that one, you know. So I don't know what you guys think about that idea. The Score implements a Pro Moto Rally class, which basically is like their traditional Score race course, and then there's sections of it that will be navigated based on road book. That's the general concept of it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Chime in on that one. All right, so let's see. It is 8:03 officially. I think we're going to call it a wrap for tonight. Yeah, absolutely excited. I mean, you know, the pile of parts is getting bigger now, so hopefully we can get the bike done and ready soon. I think I'm probably a good solid two solid garage days, and I think that thing will be ready and doing laps around the block. So looking forward to that one. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So definitely, if you guys haven't already, check out the Chasing Waypoints website. The Chasing Waypoints challenge is up. Check the link in the description so you guys can see what that is about. All updated, because it looks like Climb is now also jumping in. We're going to have a American Rally Originals Climb inversion jacket for the winner of the Chasing Waypoints Challenge, as well as a Rally Moto Shop gift certificate. So we're gaining some traction. We're making it happen, and I think it's going to be a really cool thing to see. We got a lot of Rally Raid in North America. We can finally say we've got rallies here on this side, and we can get guys participating. For those of you that haven't, there's a few of us that are reading the Nevada Rally book. It is available on Amazon. I will say that a thank you to Kent Choma for sending that out to me and shedding some light on it. You know, I had heard a little bit about the Nevada Rally, but never actually like dug into it. This book has been really eye-opening on kind of the stuff that's going on, or that happened for those few years with this guy that makes plastics for bikes. You guys may have heard of Franco Chervis being involved in it and basically being the guy that brought it. So definitely looking forward to talking more about that with you guys. If you haven't already, check it out. It is called the Nevada Rally. If you look on Amazon, you can find it and check it out. So if you guys decide to pick it up and start reading it, we can start maybe chatting about it and see what you guys think and doing that. But all right, with that being said, don't forget, like, subscribe, share. We've got the podcast, Chasing Waypoints podcast. That's available on all of the major podcast platforms: Spotify, Apple, Google, Rocket, and I don't know how many others, but they're there. Anchor is the one in charge of sending those out. So yeah, definitely share, like, subscribe. We're already up to 14,000 listens on that one, and I'm hoping we get to 20K here, hopefully by summer. That would be awesome. And then don't forget, we are also going to be starting, for those of you wondering, there wasn't an episode this week on the Chasing Waypoints podcast, but we are going to get started on the Abu Dhabi Challenge, Desert Challenge, which is coming up this weekend. We'll start doing and looking and reviewing some of their live coverage stuff. So I hope you guys can join in for that one. Again, there is a link in the description on YouTube if you guys want to check that out, or if you're on the Instagram behind the scenes side of it, in the profile up top. Click on that one, and there'll be a link there to the Chasing Waypoints podcast as well. So with that, that's it. We're done. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully we'll see you guys for next Waypoint Wednesdays. And if you guys got something that you want to talk about, something that maybe you need some light shed on, if I can't answer the question, we know enough people that we can get that right information to you. So tune in, ask the questions, and we'll see you then. Other than that, ride safe.